very here for a hot biker storyline, here for all the hot bikers. Yes. Hello, party people. Welcome back to my channel, Nicole's Many Opinions. I'm Nicole, and I have a lot of opinions. So today we're going to talk about the books that I am planning to read for July. Now, if you watched my June TBR, or to be read list, you can watch it up there. I like to set down a couple of concrete, I will read these books, and then leave the rest sort of up to my feelings or my vibes in that month. So let's start with the hard copy books that I'm planning to read this month. I'm trying to clear out my apartment library, so I'm trying to read all of the hard copy books that I have in my house so that I can give them away. And so in that vein, the first book that I've already started reading actually is called Lola. And this book by Melissa Love is about a woman in LA who is right now, because I just started the book, is connected to gang life. So her man is the head of a gang, her little brother's in a gang, and she's in it, but not, it seems, in any real way yet. But the blurb says that she's going to become a gang boss. And so yeah, it's contemporary fiction. So far it's really good. I'm using it as my pool read, so I'm reading it at the pool and on the train this month. So yeah, that's the first one. The next one I'm planning to read this month is The Mad Woman Upstairs by Catherine Lowell. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not super sure what this is about. So I think it's about a woman whose father dies, and then as a result, she finds out that she's related to the Bronte sisters, I think. And I think it has some, like, fantasy elements. Yeah, I don't know. But I like the Bronte sisters. And like, okay, let's see about it. And then the third hard copy book. Now, I'm not actually sure about this one yet. So this is Naomi Klein, No Is Not Enough, Defeating the New Shock Politics. I think that this book, it came out in 2017, and it's about like how shock politics and shock in the news is used to desensitize us, and so what to do to build resistance to that. It might be a little heavy for me this month, honestly, because I have a really heavy month at work. So maybe we'll get to this. I think it sounds interesting. I would like to, so we'll see. Okay, so those are the three in-person books, hard copy books, that I'm going to read this month. Now let's talk about some of the books that I've requested from the library. So the first one is going to be The History of Wild Places by Shay Earnshaw. So I read Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw 2 months ago, and I loved it. I thought it was great. And then last month for June, I read The Wicked Deep, which was really good. If you want to hear my thoughts on The Wicked Deep, you could watch that video. And so I'm going to read her next book, Into the Wild Places. I have no idea what it's about. I don't know. I just know that I'm feeling her right now. And so let's keep reading all the things she's written. And I guess in the wrap up this month, I'll tell you guys what that book is about. Like, haven't read the blurb, going in blind. But, once you're feeling an author, just like do that and it's fine. In a similar vein that I know about the author, I'm going to read Winter Keep and Jane Unlimited by Kristen Cashore. So she wrote the Graceling series, and I'm a huge fan of the Graceling series. It's 3 YA books, Graceling, Fire, and Bitter Blue. And I like the way that Kristen Cashore writes young women, and I like the love interest in all of those books, which is very abnormal for me to like all the men's that are written. So I like all the love interests. I like the magic building in the Graceling realm. So in this realm, you can be graced. And so what that means is after you're born, at some point, one of your eyes will turn a different color. So you'll have 2 different color eyes, which is how people identify you as graced. And then that means that you have a specific like affinity or talent for something. And it could be anything. So it could be like mind reading, but it could also be like baking cakes. You could be the best cake baker that has ever been, or holding your breath, or starting fires. Like, it could be that you are graced for anything. And so that is this realm. And so there are 3 books already. I've read those 3 books and I love them. Winter Keep is the 4th book. It came out a while ago. I just didn't know about it. I just saw it on Goodreads and was like, awesome, let's read that. So it looks like in Winter Keep, Bitterblue, who is one of the main characters in the book named after her, the 3rd book in the series, Bitterblue, is an adult in Winter Keep. And so that's great. So I would love to see how Bitterblue's doing. So we're going to read that. And then she wrote another book called Jane Unlimited. And that book I don't think has anything to do with the Graceling series, which is sad, but like, let's see what else she got. I also think Jane Unlimited might be an adult book because the other book is YA. So that would be interesting. Yeah, why not? Okay, the next is going to be, so I want to read romance. I'm in a romance like feeling right now. And so I'm thinking I'm either going to read Shipped or Get a Life, Chloe Brown, or both. So Shipped looks like it's a like rivalries at work, enemies to lovers. So it's about these 2 characters who are trying to get a promotion, and they're competing for the same promotion, and they end up on a cruise ship, and then a romance ensues. And so that seems really good. And so I'm gonna read that one. And then Get a Life, Chloe Brown is about a girl who is chronically ill, and then she writes a list for herself about how to get a life. And then she starts doing this bucket list about how to get a life. And then I guess in the course of doing this bucket list, she meets a hot biker. I'm very here for a hot biker storyline. Here for all the hot bikers. Yes. So she meets a hot biker. He's going to help her fulfill her bucket list. And then romance ensues. Again, who would have guessed in a romance book? So I'm going to read both of those for sure. And then I'm also kind of in the mood for paranormal romance. I haven't scoped any specific books for that, so we'll see. Yeah, so those are my like probably will read this month, and then I'm going to keep the rest open for my feelings. If you have any suggestions about things I should read, you should comment below because I'm very open to it. Otherwise, give me a boop, boop, thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down, tell me why, and bye!